Today is my 4th day back in Paris, France. I was here at the exact same time last year in 2019. A lot of you are confused about why I'm here and whether or not I am actually here, but yes, I am in France, and this trip was extremely spontaneous. I booked a ticket and an Airbnb a few days before I flew out. I didn't really tell a lot of people, and it was just something I felt like I needed to do for myself. I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later on in the video, but I wanted to kind of start the day very positively. I am currently staying at my friend's beautiful apartment, and it was so amazing that she let me stay here because the Airbnb that I booked for this trip did not work out as planned. I basically went to the Airbnb directly from the airport, and it was just completely filthy. There was like a lot of cigarette and cigar smoke. It was not a good situation. I did book another Airbnb for next week, and I was luckily able to get a full refund on the place that didn't work out. So I'm just kind of readjusting and getting my bearings back. It's always a bit nerve-wracking being in a foreign country, even if you've been there before, where everyone speaks a different language and you kind of have to navigate on your own, but that's to me one of the most exciting parts of traveling. And today I'm going to kind of venture out, and I thought I would take you guys along and just kind of do a really casual vlog in Paris. I have made literally the most basic of basic lists in my phone of things I'd like to do today. My friend told me about this place where you can get custom socks monogrammed or like, I don't know what the word is, embroidered. So if you know me, you know that I'm very excited about that. I'm basically just going to grab my coat and then find the nearest metro station, and we will head out. I just got back to my friend's apartment in perfect timing because it started raining about 5 minutes ago, and I picked up one of these amazing sandwiches. You guys, I've been basically eating carbs for every meal, but whatever. These are the best sandwiches I have ever had in my life. I posted a photo on Instagram. It's literally just a baguette, cheese, and good French butter. Ugh, it's so good. So I'm going to be eating that, drinking some tea, and then I'm gonna show you guys what I got today. Okay, so this is the sock place that my friend told me about. It's called Tabio. And basically, you can pick any socks that they have and get them either monogrammed, or you can get little designs or just get writing on them. So I got myself a few pairs, and oh, they're so cute. I got a little heart on these. You guys, socks make me so happy. I honestly cannot even put it into words. And then I got these monogrammed Sucre Daddy. My friend from Paris and I were joking about this the other day, so I got her a pair too. I got a couple little gifts. And then I got a new book to read by one of my favorite authors, Daphne du Maurier. I'm excited to read this, The Birds and Other Stories. This is the story that the Alfred Hitchcock movie The Birds is based on. I can't really stop reading dark literature, even though it's definitely giving me nightmares for my entire life. So I'm feeling very pleased with my new purchases. I'm not a big shopping person even when I'm on trips, so anything I ever buy is usually something that I know I'll wear for sure, or something that will be useful to me. So this is probably the extent of the shopping that I'll do in Paris. It is currently about 9 p.m. I laid down for a very small nap, and as I do, ended up falling asleep for a few hours, which is ultimately fine because since I've been here, I've been waking up so early that I feel like I just need a nap to stay out even remotely late. I'm about to meet my friend at a wine bar for dinner and drinks. This is what I'm wearing. It's really pretty much the same thing I wear every day. I've actually been wearing this exact outfit since I got here. It's pretty much what I wear every day of my life anyways. I am a cartoon character. Cheers! Hello everyone. It is actually 2 days later from when I initially started filming this vlog. It's like 6 in the morning and I haven't slept yet because I have been so on and off jet lagged for this trip. I just fade out entirely during the day and then take long naps and then can't sleep all night. And I think it largely has to do with the fact that I felt like really emotional and just have had this feeling of extreme nervousness or like anxiety for a lot of the trip. It's made it really difficult to relax fully at any time, which sucks because I am really grateful to be here, but because of the circumstances and everything else happening in my life and back home, it's just been hard. So I actually have tried to sit down and film this like several times, and it just didn't feel like the right moment, but I'm going to give it my best shot and just kind of talk about some of the things happening. I never want to film anything sensitive about my life for any type of like views, and the only time I do choose to share hard moments in my life and things that might be a bit more personal is because I feel that we can all relate to each other on some level, and I feel like you guys are a weird extended part of my family, so I want to fill you in a little bit. But I also, you know, want to respect the privacy of everyone else in my life, and I know that not everyone is okay with being on camera and having their personal details publicized or broadcast and stuff, but there are so many things happening, I don't even know where to start. I guess I'll start with the main thing that's really been upsetting me, which is that my relationship with my boyfriend has been so hard for a while now. Oh fuck. I had to take a little break. I didn't know I was going to feel so emotional right as I started speaking, but I think sometimes after you've gone through so many feelings, just saying things out loud can be really triggering. I want to make it clear that this is not a video where I'm talking about a breakup, and Nick and I are not breaking up, but our relationship has just felt so difficult for me for such a long time. I don't want to say anything that comes across as like really pessimistic because I've always felt optimistic, but I think there's only so many times that you can go through the same negative patterns with somebody. I honestly feel like I'm in a relationship with somebody who really doesn't like themselves as a person. As a result, I feel like those insecurities are projected on me, and Nick is just a different person at home than he is around other people. And it's felt really, really damaging. What sucks the most is that Nick and I both really, really love each other, and we really want it to work. We have both been willing to put in time and effort to make changes, and obviously we both have our own share in the problems of our relationship, but I don't know. In some ways, I really feel like I'm being punished, and I don't know how to say that without it sounding horrible, but I really care about Nick so much. And when we met, we were both like struggling to figure out what we wanted to do in our life. We didn't have solid career paths. I mean, there were things we wanted to do, but we were still like financially struggling and just trying to figure it all out. Now, in the past couple of years, our careers have both really taken off and become successful independently. I feel like this is something that should strengthen our relationship because we don't have so much of a financial burden. There's not as much pressure to like pay the rent and all of those life factors, but for some reason things are so much harder than they feel like they ever have been. Maybe they're not harder, it's just that we're sick of the same cycle. I know I am, and I just feel like really stuck, and it sucks. This entire trip, I feel like I haven't even been able to enjoy any moment 100% because this is just in the back of my mind, and like I wake up from sleep and my heart is going so fast. My body cannot relax, and it sucks. Thinking about even the possibility of Nick like not being in my life is such a horrible thing that I never want to think about. And I think he has so many amazing qualities, but I feel like I don't get to see them very often. I was hoping this trip would be a nice personal reset for me because Nick is actually in London right now. He is heading back to LA tomorrow, but he went out there to write music, and I figured since he was going on a trip, maybe I could take my own little personal getaway. I thought we could spend some time apart and miss each other and feel connected from the distance and then reconnect and feel stronger. But Nick has really prevented that from happening, unfortunately. So I feel like I've honestly just been here feeling extremely nervous and anxious, and you know, I take responsibility for things that I could work on, and I know there are things that I can personally work on, but you can't really change somebody else unless they want to change. And I do think people are very capable of changing, but I can't be the person to like make Nick want to change for himself, and to take better care of himself so that he can be present in the relationship. That's all I really want to say about that right now.